Welcome to Embrace Yourself. My name is Kim, and I'm a movement specialist passionate about joy, health, and happiness. I want each of us to discover our healthiest, happiest selves, but to do that, we have to get up and move. Today is Mindful Monday, and I thought it would be important today to focus on the 4 chemicals emitted from our brain that help us live our happiest lives. What's so cool is there's an acronym to remember them by, and it's known as DOSE. D stands for dopamine. Dopamine is that chemical that motivates us to take action toward our goals, and then it gives us a rush of pleasure when we achieve those goals. O stands for oxytocin. Oxytocin is the cuddle hormone. There was a famed study done where they checked to see how many times friends touched one another in Mexico versus London versus the US. In Mexico, the cultura that's known for being super cariñoso, they touched 185 times. On the other hand, in London, it was a whopping 0. And even in Gainesville, Florida, we weren't much better at 2. So you can see oxytocin is so important because that's what gives us that real touch connection to another human being. There is one caveat known as oxytocin overload. That's where we can start creating cliques and becoming very territorial about friendships and relationships. And you need to be wary of that. The example I give is if you have a really close girlfriend that you just absolutely love hanging out with, and suddenly she becomes friends with one of your friends and they're hanging out individually, you could start to feel like, hey, what am I, chopped liver? So you want to be careful that you don't overload, and that's where we need to maybe step back and do some meditation to realize that it's so important to have multiple levels of friendships. Then we get into serotonin. Now, serotonin is that chemical that basically helps us feel our best. We're calm and we're relaxed and we feel good about ourselves with just the right amounts of serotonin. It decreases your depression and your anxiety. So it's a critical component to making sure that we get the proper sleep, we eat correctly, and our digestion is right on track. Finally, there's endorphins. And endorphins, everyone knows as the runner's high. It decreases our pain and increases our positive feelings. Those 4 chemicals put together help us live our happiest lives. So how do we increase those chemicals naturally? I read this great book called Belong, and it talked about dosing. And I love that because we can do it all on our own. We don't need a dose of a medication to feel happy and better about ourselves. We can do it naturally by getting our brain to dose up and increase those chemicals. So, how could we do it? Well, number 1, go out and get some sunshine. Even on a day where it's snowing and not so hot, just getting outside and feeling the energy around in the universe is a game changer for increasing your serotonin levels. In addition, exercise. That's what I've been saying all along, 5 minutes of daily movement. Obviously, we'd love more than that, but at least getting that movement going, getting up and going is so critical to our happiness. In addition to that, what else can we do? Well, we could join a group, find a community, get in touch with a friend. Just having these online Facebook friends is not enough to increase our happiness because what are we lacking? The touch. It's all about going out, giving someone a hug, and getting a hug back. And finally, another great way is gratitude. Being grateful and thinking of 3 things every single day, not only that you're grateful for, but why did they happen to you? What did you do to help those things happen? Because good things happen because you're a good person. So it's recognizing the fact that you're the reason for great things happening. So that's it. That's your home fun for today. 4 things. We're going to be dosing big today. You're going to go out and get some sunshine and get moving. You're going to think of 3 things that you're grateful for and how come they happen to you. What did you do to make it an amazing day? And finally, go out and hug somebody. I love hugging strangers, although they probably think I'm a crazy woman. But if you don't have a stranger to hug, find a friend. Call up someone and say, you know what, I really need some oxytocin today. So that's it. That's the Home Fun Challenge. In addition to making sure to click subscribe on that YouTube channel and make sure to ding the bell so you get notified of the upcoming videos. In addition, likes and comments are always welcome. I'm super excited because today was Mindful Monday, which means tomorrow is Tuesday Movement Day. I'll see you then.